lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth. I'm tired. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Your girl is pretty exhausted, but also there is no place I would rather be right now than sitting down and filming for you guys. So today we are finally going to be doing a review on the brand Root Pretty. Root Pretty is a brand that I stumbled upon when I was just scoping out new clean beauty brands to try. I put them in a will I buy it like ages ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. We'll get into all the reasons why, but I've got a handful of products here today to do a full face for you guys and do a wear test. So we have the Root Pretty Booster. This is their version of a foundation. I also got a sample size of their concealer. I got it in the shade Fair. I also got the Root Setting Silk. This is their setting powder. I got the Pretty Balm. This comes in like 800 colors. I got it in the shade Millie. And then this is the only thing that I have yet to actually wear test on my own. This is the 100% Lash Vegan, organic, gluten-free mascara. Now, you guys know I have really high expectations for mascara, so my hopes are not high. I really very seldom am like blown away by a mascara, but we're going to be testing this today nonetheless. So I'm going to move you guys in, we'll put some makeup on my face, and then we will talk about ingredients, claims, eco-consciousness, and all of that, and then we will jump into the wear test. So let's go ahead and get started. This might be too close for comfort. My skin is so stressed right now. I've been doing content for a few companies, and also yesterday was the Glossier pop-up in Austin opening. I think between putting on different makeup and having to film different looks and stuff, I washed my face like 5 or 6 times yesterday. So we're not gonna hold that against Root Pretty today. Okay, so one of the main reasons that I have taken so long to review this is because I have found the Pretty Booster, their foundation, to be challenging. It dries down really fast, and so when I put it on, I've tried my hands, I've tried a sponge. They do sell a sponge online, and so I assume that that is what they recommend in terms of application. I found that it's hard to get it smoothed out and even before it dries down. On one side of my face today, I did go ahead and put some of the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. This is a primer that has a little bit of dimethicone in it and some other kind of smoothing agents that I'm hoping will make for a more, I don't know, agreeable surface on my skin for this, but I only did it on one side because I want you guys to be able to see the difference. So this is what it looks like, and this is the shade, what shade did I get? Light. Okay, and I'm gonna try and like get this really even, not put it on too thick and then try and thin it out kind of thing. I think that that's the challenge that I've kind of run into with this, is that it's like you put it down and then you go back to smooth it out and it's already dried down. My skin has seen better days, you guys. I also just started like I don't know, a few days ago, just started using a new retinol that was formulated by my dermatologist, well, my esthetician at my dermatologist's office. And it literally, I was not expecting this, but it literally peels my skin like a chemical peel, but like really slowly. And so we're not gonna hold that against Root today either. Yeah, I wanna show this to you guys. We're still gonna wear test it, but I wanna show you the challenge that I'm coming up against here. Can you see that texture on my forehead? Can you see that? I'm trying to stand really still so I stay in focus. I'm also not sure this is like the best color match. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's going kind of orange on me. I don't know. It's also kind of easy to see. It's not that it's grabbing on dry skin, it's just that it goes on kind of patchy. But it'll just be kind of in random places that it'll just be like, you know, regular splotch, you know, and then you can't smooth it out because it's like a lot of powder that's been distributed there. It's challenging. I definitely feel like it's getting yellower. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the concealer here. Like I said, I have it in Fair, and they, you know, give you a fair amount. Come on, Khaki. And I'm just gonna put that on with my fingers here. This is super smooth and emollient and pretty. Like, I like the way that it feels when it goes on. But I have yet to actually like wear test this all together with the powder. I've been mainly just concentrating on trying to get this foundation to work properly. That's actually really nice. Great coverage, really smooth, and has a lot of pigment to it, so almost regretting not having this in full size at this point, but that's okay. That's why they sell samples. So yesterday, like I said, was the Glossier pop-up opening. Oh my gosh. We finally got one in Austin, and it is just so freaking cute. So I went there earlier in the day to like preview it and film some content for like their social channels. And then later in the evening, I was able to bring a friend with me to the influencer event, and I'm just like starting to get to know more influencers in Austin. Like, I didn't even know that there was this like culture of influencers in Austin. It's really, really cool. I don't know any YouTubers yet though, but a lot of people that I talked to last night are like talking about starting a channel. I just like want people to collab with on my channel. While, yes, when you get up close to this, you can see that I have dry, peely skin. I'm gonna stop talking about it. This is a really, really beautiful product. Like, this is a very, very pretty texture on the skin, and I love just how it blended, how it looks, like how evenly it went on. So now I'm going to go in with the setting silk, and I'm just gonna take my fluffy Eco Tools brush here, kind of dust this on. I've used this setting silk with multiple faces of makeup so far, and I have been really impressed with it. We're gonna take a closer look at the ingredients and try and kind of understand what it is that makes this work so well, but I'm very, very impressed with this formula. I would say that for the foundation being a little bit difficult, not super user-friendly, this powder really makes up for it. I was talking to a friend who is very deep in the industry, like lots and lots of experience. I was talking to her this week. She was telling me, you know, she has worked in the industry for so long, she's gotten to really try a bunch of different products from different clean brands over the years, and I mean different brands in general, and that just because a brand has really mastered a foundation doesn't mean that they've mastered concealer. And I think that that's sometimes something that I kind of bear on myself. I'm always like, well, you know, if I really love their foundation and I don't love their concealer, then like, is that my fault for not understanding their concept? You know, like I love the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, but I don't love the True Skin concealer. And I'm like, I honestly, I kind of think that that's something that I'm doing wrong. I'm like, why don't I like this? Like, I feel like they would put these two things together because they're meant to work together. Like, why can't I get them to work together? And she was just like, sometimes a brand can really master one thing and like be terrible at the next standard deviation from that. And like, that's definitely something that I have experienced from different brands. And it was like kind of refreshing to hear her say that, because especially with this one, like I'm feeling like so far they're nailing the concealer, they're nailing the powder, and this foundation is just odd. It's just kind of a miss for me. Something I forgot to mention that you guys gotta forgive me, I'm kind of out of practice. It's been like a week since I filmed. We went out of town for my wedding anniversary, and I'm just like marble mouthed. I'm pretty exhausted. But I forgot to mention that I also got a blush, because of course I did, and this is in the shade Sweetheart, and I'm gonna go and spoil it for you guys. This shade is so beautiful. Like, I've been using the crap out of it ever since I got it in the mail, and it's just this like perfect, slightly iridescent kind of pretty ballerina pink. I feel like I'm actually inadvertently using the word pretty a lot in this video, even though that's what the name of the product is. I'm going to zoom through the rest until we get to blush and mascara. And what else do I have? And lips. So, see you guys in a minute. Coming together now. I just did a little bit of bronzer, some contour from Kiki's palette, and some brows. Oh, and I've also really fallen back in love, or I don't know, it didn't get my attention at first, but I'm actually really loving Moonlight, the highlighter from Cover FX. It reminds me very much of a Becca skin perfector. I don't know why, I can't find my words today. I'm very sorry. I'm like dead behind the eyes. I have run out of words from over socializing. I need to do some vocal exercises. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth. I'm tired. Let's put on some blush. That always makes me happy. Like I said, this is in the shade Sweetheart, and it is a really pretty baby pink color, like a ballerina pink. And it has a good bit of shimmer to it, so I might top it off with a little bit of like a matte. Wow, I'm very, very iridescent at the moment. Let's put on some, the Heartbeat Cheek color in Exhale, which is a matte mauve color, and I just feel like it always helps bring things back down to earth. I did just order a bunch of new stuff from PYT that will be coming your way soon. It is the new warm eyeshadow palette. I went ahead and got another blush because of course I did. And what else did I get? I think, oh, I got a lip gloss because they hadn't come out with a lip gloss the last time I reviewed them. A little bit of my Well people here, brighten everything. What else was I gonna say? Oh, it's about to be eyeshadow palette gate. Guys, I mean, we got a new one from Lawless. They're like all minis. I got a new one from Lawless. I have the new RMS one right here that I already have some thoughts on. The PYT one, and then also the Victoria Beckham one. And I'm probably forgetting another one. Yeah, for all of you who've been like, Khaki, where's the eyeshadow? The eyeshadow is coming. Okay, here we go, guys. Moment of truth. I'm opening this mascara for the first time. Got a long pointy brush and just regular nylon bristles. Wow, I won't know what the wash off is like yet, but it builds volume really quickly. Really, really beautiful, actually. Very easy to use. I like the pointy brush because my eyes are really deep set. Every time there's like that club end on a mascara wand, I just get it everywhere. I'm not getting my hopes up here because I do always expect that a mascara that doesn't say that it's waterproof or anything special formula-wise is probably going to kind of break down under pressure around my eyes, and it's just something that I cannot tolerate because I'm such a fan of the Thrive, and the Thrive just, it makes your standards really high to never have your mascara, you know, give you raccoon eyes throughout the day. But all of that said, all that caveating aside, this is a very effective volumizing mascara. So far, so good. I'm gonna call this half approved. Shane Dawson style. Okay, and then finally we have this cutie. I mean, granted, the packaging, while minimal, leaves a little to be desired. This feels just messy, you know? It's just messy as soon as you open it. It's been poured in kind of a messy way, and so when you open it, it's just everywhere. But I got it in the shade Millie, which is sort of a medium tan brown. And I like this because it's minty. You guys, one of y'all sent me yesterday, and you might have seen it on my Instagram, Allure's editor featured my lip liner from Thrive as one of her picks of the week. Not just as a lip liner, but also to draw freckles on her face. And I was like, yes, girl, that's so awesome. So, yeah, I feel like I've kind of made it to some extent. That's such a beautiful color. It's so conditioning, and it's still got that mintiness to it, so you can feel it kind of plumping your lips. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions on like what they want in a plumper or whether they want a plumper in their lip products. This is the kind that I prefer. The Buxom lip glosses and like even the old Bath & Body Works ones, I've always loved a really good light spearminty kind of feeling on my lips. Let's give this a spritz here. Give it its best shot. Very light dusting there of my Onami spray. So I will do a zoom in once this has all had a chance to kind of set down and warm up with my face and everything, but in the meantime, we're gonna talk about ingredients and packaging. Okay, so pound for pound price-wise, the Pretty Booster is $22, which is the most cost-effective thing I feel like that they sell. Everything else kind of goes up from there. Keep in mind, yes, this is an affordable brand, but in a lot of cases, you should weigh that cost against the amount of product that you're getting, because most of the time, especially when we're talking about a blush pan that's this small, it's probably going to be the same price as another prestige product. That's not counting in all of the other reasons that you would want to buy from this company because they are so conscious, but just saying like amount of product for your money, just be mindful of the fact that these are smaller packages. With the exception, like I said, of this. So this is a full ounce of product for $22. Aloe juice, jojoba oil, tocopherol, iron oxides, mica, zinc oxide, which does have a natural sunscreen effect. Obviously not much, but meadow foam oil, carrot oil, MSM, which is an organic sulfur found in plants, considered to be nature's beauty mineral due to its ability to enhance collagen bundles, keeping the skin smooth and youthful. Organic sunflower seed oil, organic rosemary extract, organic neem oil, phenoxyethanol. Oh wow, this is literally, I love this actually. It's not like they do their highlighted ingredients and then they hide the rest of their ingredients list. Like they're just telling you what every single ingredient is there for. So phenoxyethanol, unlike food and skincare products, you would not notice any bacteria contaminating your products. It is for your safety that we preserve our makeup. Combined with rosemary extract and airless bottles, phenoxyethanol, they spelled it differently in 2 different places. This is not my fault. It's phenoxyethanol. Safely preserves the natural ingredients that make up the Pretty Booster liquid minerals. May also contain an emulsifying wax, plant-based wax, which holds ingredients together: sunflower seed oil, stearic acid, xanthan gum, polysorbate 20, and tetrasodium glutamate diacetate. So those are gonna be, you know, stabilizers and things like that. All of that said, I wouldn't recommend this. I just don't think that for what it is, even though it's only $22, I just don't think that this is a very user-friendly product. I might be doing it wrong, but I've tried it a lot. I have washed this off and tried it with different combinations of products. I feel like putting the primer down gave me a more poreless finish, but I don't really feel like it helped with the application of the foundation. Okay, so the Prime and Conceal Cream is $16 for 3 grams, and it comes pan only. They do have separate little reusable packaging that you can insert things into. It's like a one-time purchase thing. Fair, the shade that I got, is the fairest, the lightest shade that they have on offer, but they have a total of 6 shades that are kind of ranging from very light to pretty deep, and they also kind of go cool, warm, cool, warm. I forgot to mention, there are 10 shades in the Pretty Booster, and they go pretty dang deep. Pretty impressive. Quickly conceal any areas you would like extra coverage. Our 100% natural Prime and Conceal Cream Corrector is packed with amazing skin-loving ingredients to leave your skin moisturized and soften lines, while vitamin E works to heal damaged skin. Well, that's good because, like I said, I washed my face like 15 times over the last few days. Ingredients are 100% natural, 88% organic, vegan, gluten-free, paraben, and preservative-free. First ingredient is organic castor seed oil. I have grown to really, really like castor oil. It is such a beautiful texture. It's occlusive. It makes things spread really nicely and easily, and it does stay fairly stable on the skin. It doesn't really want to like break up. It has its own really nice viscosity to it. Organic coconut oil, keep that in mind, guys. Candelilla wax, organic jojoba seed oil, organic cocoa seed butter, organic shea butter fruit, and titanium dioxide, iron oxides, tocopherol, and organic rosemary leaf extract. Wow, that is so simple. Like, it's just emollient ingredients and pigmentation. I mean, you know, sometimes they make fun of bottles of overpriced oil and dirt, which is what a lot of the products that don't have any kind of stabilizers in them or anything are. This doesn't really have any, no, it doesn't have any of like the long words in it, you know, the like lab-made stabilizers and emulsifiers, and yet I'm really, really liking this texture on the skin. I like that I can wear it without powder, but that it also tolerates powder. I feel like that's a lot of what you compromise on when you use a concealer that doesn't have a lot of the stabilizers in it, is that it'll just be really, really emollient and beautiful, but it'll crease and you can't powder it because it just can't really hold its own. I think that the castor seed oil and probably the vitamin E are helping to, and probably also the coconut oil, are really helping to make it strong enough to hold powder. One of the things that I'm really curious about is the ingredient list on the mascara. It's on sale right now. It's $14 and you get 0.25 ounces. Vapor is 0.27 fluid ounces, and it is like, I'll put the price on the screen, but I think it's kind of a lot. So this is like a very small package comparatively, and a negligible difference in the amount of product that you're getting. So I don't know, I just think that that's a really cool thing that they did, to just look at that and say, we don't need that big of a package just because we want it to look like a mascara. It looks like a mini mascara, but there's still the same amount of product that's in a regular size mascara. Interesting. Ooh, so it comes in black and brown. I'm already really liking the whole concept here. And the ingredients are water, cornstarch, chamomile hydrosol, coffee powder. That's different. Sunflower lecithin, mica, carnauba wax, rice powder, sunflower oil, vitamin E, grapeseed oil, vanilla planifolia, which does make it smell really fantastic, not gonna lie. Oregano leaf extract, organic thyme extract, organic cinnamon bark extract, organic rosemary flower extract, organic golden seal extract, organic lemon peel extract. It's not going on my skin, so I'm not that worried about it, but that's an interesting choice. And may contain titanium dioxide and or iron oxides. If you are not a Thrive Cosmetics lash kind of person, you don't want any dimethicones or anything like that in your mascara, again, this is probably going to be a mascara that resolves when any kind of moisture hits it or anything like that. But if you're used to that, if that's not a weird thing to have to compromise on with your mascara, the volume that this builds so quickly is so beautiful, and the ingredients are so good. I have used the Well People, the Ilia, the Vapor, and even that horribly overpriced Westman Atelier mascara, and they all kind of underperform and they don't really build a lot of volume, and so we will see at the end of my day what this looks like. But at least from a building volume perspective, this is so pretty. It's so fast, it's so effective, and I love that it comes in brown. I kind of wish I would have known that, because I will probably, if I like this, end up buying it in brown. I really like brown mascara. So the blushes and the bronzers come both loose and pressed. I'm a pressed girl myself. I think they probably started out with the loose ones and then moved to pressed later, but they all look so beautiful. This is $16 and you're getting 5 grams of product. The ingredients, however, titanium dioxide, zinc oxide. So we have 2 ingredients there that are like natural sunscreens. They have the one from EWG posted on here. This is obviously a highly regarded product from an EWG standpoint. Kaolin, zinc stearate, magnesium carbonate, jojoba oil, sunflower, vitamin E, may contain mica, cornstarch, iron oxides, or ultramarines, depending on what the color is. Powders are some of the easiest things to get really, great scores on EWG, because you don't have to put a lot of stabilizers in there, but it does have the vitamin E and the jojoba oil in it, and so that's what I feel like makes it go on really nice and smoothly. I really like the consistency of this blush. I would buy more of this blush, basically. Like, they have tons and tons of shades, and I would happily have a palette of these blushes. They have a bunch of other stuff that I didn't buy. I mean, that's probably goes without saying, but they've got an illuminator, they've got cream blushes, they've got pressed eyeshadows and things like that. I didn't go that route just because I wanted to just kind of test one of each kind of consistency of product. And finally, the Pretty Balm. You get 3 grams for $8, and there are 42 shades of this Pretty Balm. It made it definitely difficult for me to decide, but I don't think you can really go wrong. Ingredients: we have olive fruit oil, candelilla wax, coconut oil, shea butter, palm fruit oil, jojoba seed oil, raspberry seed oil, rosehip seed oil, vitamin E, sunflower seed oil, neem seed oil, rosemary leaf extract, sunflower seed oil, and then pigmentation. So it's just a bunch of natural, mostly carrier oils, and a little bit of vitamin E, and makes a nice emollient base, and they just add pigmentation to it. No complaints here. I am confused how it got minty. Why is it minty? Rosemary leaf extract doesn't make things like spearminty. Maybe neem, I don't know what neem seed is. Maybe that's what makes it minty. I'm not sure, but it's definitely minty on your lips, so. Anyway, they put a huge emphasis as a brand on their packaging and also on their bulk and refill options. So for every single product that they have, the packaging is either recyclable, reusable in the sense that you can send it back to them. If you send anything back to them, they will either recycle it or reuse it, like sanitize it. If it's like an outer packaging or something like that, they can sanitize it and reuse it. And you can even send the mascaras back and they will sanitize the ones, and they donate them to a wildlife refuge where they use them to groom the animals, and I just can't. I can't. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. So most of their stuff, if they could possibly get it, apparently was manufactured in the United States as far as packaging is concerned. The cosmetics, of course, are made in the United States. And that's also important because when you contract out into other countries, sometimes you can't necessarily control the supply chain. Even if they tell you that you can, they still kind of subcontract. And so that's how these weird kind of asbestos contamination situations end up happening, is because things just don't have necessarily the same amount of oversight as they would if they were made in America. And so this stuff is made in America. They also sell things in bulk. So you can replace pans. So like, you know, I bought just this, and this could come in its own little pan. I could probably just throw it in my salt palette, any magnet palette that you have. So freaking cool. I think Silk Naturals does something similar. There are a lot of other brands out there that do this, and I think that they deserve more recognition. There is something about buying a prestige product that you feel like you're getting that luxury experience and everything like that, but of course, just like growing up Catholic, if it feels good, it's probably wrong. I feel like a lot of the things that we really find to be a pleasure to interact with are on a sliding scale of being less recyclable, less responsible, and refilling things and buying makeup in bulk a lot of times doesn't feel like a very prestige experience. But I know that there are a lot of people out there who are like past that. They are past the idea of department store makeup that has this like bougie feel to it. They would rather know that there's consciousness for every step of the makeup manufacturing process all the way to them. And so for that purpose, Root really hits all the marks. They're doing the absolute best that they can. I really, really believe that. So I'm going to do a zoom in real quick, and then we will go to the wear test, and you guys will not have to listen to me talk anymore. So I feel like we struck a really good balance of coverage without being like gummy or cakey. This is just such a really pretty weight of pigmentation and coverage. So, you know, you don't necessarily have like whited out under eyes or like heavy cakey powder or anything. That silk powder is so, so beautiful. And I feel like the blush just added, this is the side without the primer, and the blush just added this like really gorgeous sheen. All of the pigments for the powders and even the concealer feel like they're very, very finely milled. And so everything goes on really, really smoothly. You get that Bare Minerals kind of vibe from it where everything just smooths. It's just so finely milled that it just smooths your skin. Oh, and look at the mascara. This is so pretty. Like, what a pretty mascara. I don't feel like there's any compromise here for the ingredients. I feel like that's a lot of the time what you end up with is like, you know, the ingredients are great, but you're kind of having to sweet talk your mind on all the feel good to compensate for the lack of performance. This mascara is beautiful. I'm really pumped to wear this face of makeup for the rest of my day, so we will see how it performs. I will check in with you guys in 8 hours for all of my final thoughts, so I will see you then. What is up, fam? Welcome back. It has been 8 hours. It is the end of my day, and I have some final thoughts on this makeup to give to you. First of all, I want to mention the fact that I forgot to name the ingredients in the setting silk. Fortunately, there are not very many. It is literally just aloe and mica. It's like powdered aloe and mica, and they kind of hit the jackpot. I don't know what else to say about it, but like this powder is just different. It's really, really beautiful and smoothing and blurring, and it wore beautifully over the whole day. So let's start with the foundation. The foundation did not get any worse. It's about the nicest thing I can say about it. Even though it's only $22, I still don't think anybody would be like really happy with this. I don't have perfect skin, but even on my very perfect skin days, this still was very frustrating in the sense that, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I can't spread it out quickly enough before it dries down. It was just a challenge that I had. Maybe I got a bad one, I don't know, but that was the problem that I had. The concealer did kind of disappear a little bit, but like nowhere near what a lot of other, especially natural concealers that I have used have done, but like concealers in general. Concealers have always been, I don't know, just like a white, what do they call it? A white whale? I almost said a white horse. I don't think that that was what I meant. Concealer tends to always be in places on my face that just move around a lot. It's a lot to ask of a product, and I feel like this went really, really well. The powder, like I said, I really feel like it sealed the deal. Not to steal the name, that's the Lawless powder's name, but it still managed to seal the deal on this. It really, really wore so beautifully on primer side and non-primer side. I also feel like it warrants mentioning that the setting silk is vaguely illuminating. It does have like a very, because the mica has a very small amount of shimmer to it in the way that it catches the light. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. I think personally that it makes for a really beautiful
surface on the skin, but I wouldn't want you guys to like be misled into buying this thinking it was just a regular mattifying translucent powder and then be like, Jackie, this is a highlighter, this is shiny, you know, like I want to give you guys the full scope. So it is a very, very faint kind of, I wouldn't even say it's not glittery, it's not even iridescent, it just has a little bit of an illuminating kind of glow to it. So now you have all of the information in my brain.
The thing none of it did was get greasy, which I'm very impressed with. I definitely touched my face a lot. I took my dog to the dog park. It's a beautiful day outside, don't get me wrong. I didn't like swelter or anything, but my hair kind of was sticking to my face and I was like, oh, my hair on my face and stuff like that. There was a lot of potential for like finger oil to, you know, disrupt things, and I just didn't experience that as much. Now you can see that the color stayed a little bit truer and less patchy where I did put the primer. That's just primer for you. The blush, my opinion still stands. It's so, so beautiful. I want it in every color. I just think that the combination of the emollient factors that they chose to add in with the mineral powders, it just makes an absolutely beautiful texture on the skin, and it did wear really beautifully on both sides through the whole day. And the lip, it's gone at this point. Let's put it back on maybe. The lip I have no complaints about. It's an $8 tinted lip balm, essentially, that plumps my lips, and it's a very, very pretty color. If you're looking for a good nude tan out of the menagerie of shades that they have that will not look orange on a yellow undertoned skin tone, Millie might be your shade. It's about all the direction I can give you on that, but it is a really nice formula. Besides the powders, guys, the winner today, I never thought I would say this, is the mascara. It didn't do anything crazy. I mean, it flaked a little bit, but even Thrive flakes a little bit if I give it an opportunity to. You know, if I kind of like really build that length on my eyelashes kind of keep touching up here, over time, it'll kind of just like break the little nibs off the ends of my eyelashes and stuff. This did a little bit of that, but all told, I mean, light years better than the mascaras that I've been paying a fortune for that have been so disappointing. It built volume so quickly, and it comes in brown. So love it, love it, love it, love it. Probably going to order it in brown. I just think that it is so, so beautiful. I keep looking at myself because like my eyelashes still have so much impact. It's a fantastic formula, especially considering the ingredients. So I'm gonna turn my lights away. We'll do one final close-up. Remember the condition of my skin. It ain't great, okay? So just keep that in mind. So I wear glasses and sunglasses, and so that disrupted it a little bit. You can see, like I said, the concealer wanted to disappear on me a little bit, but nothing crazy and nothing patchy. It didn't like stay in one spot, then just like completely go away in another. It wasn't the crazy highest coverage in the first place, and also my skin's really flaky. I feel like that's gonna make it like here, game over. You know what I mean? Like I don't expect anything to be able to tolerate those kinds of conditions. It's just, you know, that's a lot to expect. But even on my cheeks, you can see just this really, really beautiful texture. I can't complain, you know? I think that when it comes to a foundation of this ilk, especially if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you probably are familiar with the fact that I don't bake the daylights out of everything. I don't pound a bunch of powder on my face. My expectation of a foundation or a face of makeup is not that it is going to look exactly the same at the end of the day as it did in the beginning of the day. That's unrealistic for me because my face is still under there. That's the whole point. I want something that wears well, and this wore well, and it nailed it on the ingredients. You know, this website does sell essential oils. I just kind of saw that recently, but there are not a lot of essential oils in their actual products. They don't have any kind of fragrance to them or anything. So that's definitely not the emphasis of their product line, and I appreciate that. They are very discerning about the ingredients that they choose to put in their products, and all of the ingredients serve a purpose. They're very functional. There's not a bunch of like frou-frou stuff just for like the feel-good factor. And it is a cost-effective brand and a brand that I feel good about giving my money to. So your girl needs a shower. I'm gonna go do that. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, guys, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. Thank you for hanging out with me today and for watching. I love you so much. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.